I want to ask you something, and I need you to be honest. When was the last time you told somebody how you were actually doing? Not good, busy, I can't complain. I mean, actually told somebody what's going on underneath you, under everything. What are you carrying? What's keeping you up? If you're struggling to think of a time, I think this video is for you, because I think most men are lonely and most men have no idea what it is. Here's the thing about loneliness that nobody talks about. It's not about being alone. You can be surrounded by people at work, at home, in a relationship, in a group chat that never stops, and still completely feel unseen. That's the version most men are living. And because it doesn't look like loneliness, because there are people around, because the calendar's full, because there's always somewhere to be, they never name it for what it is. Instead, it shows up as irritability, as restlessness, as that feeling on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon when everything should be fine and something just isn't. As drinking a little more than what you had initially planned to, as the marriage that's okay on paper, but feels like you're living more with a roommate. And as a group of guys you've known for 15 years who you'd never actually call if something fell apart. That's it. That's the loneliness. And I know it because I've lived it. I had the career, the social life. I could walk into any room and work it. And for a long time, I thought that meant I was fine. I wasn't fine. I was performing. There's a difference. So how does a man get here? Most of us were taught, not in words, but in everything around us, that showing people what's actually going on inside is a liability, that you show weakness and then you lose ground. Open up and you get used. You need something, you owe someone. So we learn to go alone, handle it quietly, look like we have it together even when we don't. And we got really good at it. The problem is that the same armor that protected you when you needed protecting, it doesn't know how to come off. So it just stays on in the locker room, at the dinner table, in bed next to the person you love. And then one day you realize you haven't taken it off in so long, you're just not sure you remember who's underneath it. That's not weakness. That's a completely logical response to an environment that punished vulnerability. The strategy made sense. The problem is you're still running it into situations where it's costing you everything. The armor doesn't protect you anymore. It just keeps people out. Before I keep going, I want to give you something. I created a free tool called the Rebuild Tracker. It's a simple daily habit tracker, but what it's really designed to do is help you see yourself clearly. It's a simple daily habit tracker, but what it's really designed to do is help you see yourself more clearly. Not who you think you are, it's who you actually show up as day to day. It tracks 3 things: the intentional practices that build you, how you actually feel morning and night, and the patterns that are draining you. No judgment, just awareness. Because what you track, you start to own. It's completely free. The link is in the description. Go grab it after this video. It's called the Rebuild Tracker, and it will show you things about yourself that are hard to see any other way. And here's what that actually costs you: your relationship, because your partner can feel the wall even if you can't name it. And eventually they stop trying to get through it and you both start going through motions. Your kids, because children don't learn emotional intelligence from what you tell them, they learn it from what they watch you do. So if they watch you suppress everything, they're gonna learn to suppress everything. And finally, your health. I'm not being abstract when I say this. I lost 30 pounds in a matter of months from an illness that I genuinely believe had emotional suppression as a contributing factor. The body keeps score on this. It doesn't care how well you're performing. It cares what you're carrying and your sense of who you actually are. Because when you spend enough time behind the mask long enough, you start confusing the mask for the face. And that is a terrifying place to end up. So what do you actually do with this? One thing, start there. Find one person, and tell them something true. Not a crisis, not your whole story, just something true that you wouldn't normally say. How work is actually going, something you're worried about, or something you haven't really been able to shake. Not because vulnerability is a personality trait you're supposed to have, but because connection requires it. And you cannot build a life worth living entirely alone, no matter how strong you are. If you don't have that person yet, and I know a lot of men don't, start smaller. The rebuild tracker is in the description. It's free, and it's a good first step towards being honest with yourself before you're ready to be honest with anyone else. The wall came up one brick at a time, and it comes down the same way. Drop a comment below, not to perform something, just be honest. And if it's just one word, if that's all you got, that's perfect. Tell me, when was the last time you actually told someone how you were doing? I read every comment, and if it's something that has hit real with this video today, please share it. There's a man out there who needs to hear this and won't find this on his own. Send it to him. That is the work too. I'm Ty Rising. It's been a pleasure. If it's to be, it's up to you.